no matter what, I'm feeling great.
Welcome back to our meditation special series on Light of Knowledge. So far, we've been discussing the effects of meditation on different aspects of the society. We've talked about meditation in general. We've talked about how meditation can influence little kids, not only just little kids, but how can it influence teenagers. And now we're going to move on to youth. The age group we're talking about here is from 20 to 30 years of age. And it has been said that if we can inculcate good habits in youth, then it will make a big difference. But as we have been seeing in this series, it is not just the youth, but we have to start inculcating good habits right from childhood. And we will take this discussion up further. And to help us with this discussion, we have with us in our studio today, Dr. Donika. So let us all please welcome Dr. Donika. Welcome, Dr. Donika, to the show.
Thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Dr. Donika, youth, just the word youth springs up a lot of vivid images in front of us. Youth is a time where you enjoy your life. It's a time where you hang out with your friends. You have a lot of dreams and you have a lot of plans as well. But at the same time, it can come with the downside. And the downside is where you have to think about your future, because this is a time when you're going to start getting a job. So we would like to know, what are the ways in which meditation can influence the youth?
The first thing that strikes our mind as soon as we say youth, the starting is the energy.
That's very true. That's very true.
Youth have so much of energy then that they can expand it in any way. They can utilize this energy for their development too, and if this energy is utilized in the right way, we can see that wonders can be done. And meditation adds power to this energy, means the person who is thinking that I want to do this, if he is doing with meditation, he will have a focus on it. Along with it, we see that meditation makes a person relaxed, soothing, so that he can achieve his targets, and at the same time, he can do the best at his point.
You know what I was thinking? If we missed out on meditation as a child or as a teenager, is it too late to start meditating as a youth?
It's never too late to start meditation, because the moment we initialize this and the moment we get the inspiration that I have to start the motivational inspiration of meditation, that itself is the point where we can have, it's the very good beginning.
The reason I asked this question is youth is a time when you've just graduated from college and you're looking for a job, you're looking to establish a family, you know, you have those big dreams of landing the perfect job. So that can get a little stressful.
It can be stressful, firstly, when what we are looking as perfect, if we are not getting that thing, then we may feel that, oh, I have thought of something else and I am getting something different. And here the feeling of compromise, that I have to compromise with this situation. Or sometimes it happens that he has dreams of doing something else. He has a dream vision of going to do a job somewhere else, and some or the other, how he is not getting that field, he has to go with another field. He thinks that somewhere or the other he has missed his chance.
So how can meditation help in this process? Because it's not wrong to have dreams or goals. And say if I wanted to have a job in a certain pharmaceutical industry, for example, but I don't get that job, and instead I'm working at, according to me, which is something like a smaller place. So what should I do in this case?
Many times it happens that we have the targets, and I would like to narrate one incident. One of the person who wanted to do the job had come to me, and he was very stressed, and he said, Doctor, I have missed something. I said, what? And he was very stressed and said that I had an interview in the company and I didn't go through it. I was like not selected for the job. I said, it's okay, you can be selected for the another one. But I thought he was trying to tell me something somewhere or the other he wanted to tell something, but he was missing it. After a ponder, I asked him, do you want to tell anything else? So he said yes. One of my colleagues, I took him with myself because I thought that I shall have one colleague for going along with me.
Oh, and let me guess, the colleague got the job?
And yes, the colleague got the job and he didn't get.
Oh,
so he was so much shocked. Like, I was fully prepared for that and he was not at all prepared. And then he came to the conclusion that I was so very stressed for that, but he was in a very relaxed posture. He was in a very relaxed position. He didn't have any stress for it. He was just like, go through. We are going and we are giving the interview. He was not having the target. Rather, the person who gave who wished to give the interview, he was very much dependent on the job. Like, he was very much aspiring for the job. His family needed the job very much. And that stressed him a lot, that I was fully prepared and he was not, still he got it.
Oh, okay. So here is what we referred to in our previous episodes about expectations. You know, you had talked about expectations versus acceptance.
Yeah.
And maybe this is one example where, yes, we do have a certain expectation, but if that does not happen right away, then just go into acceptance.
Yeah. Along with this, here, one thing we get, that for any achieving target we have, if we have a stress of that thing, oh, how will I do it? Won't it be difficult for me? And all the negative thoughts that surrounded him at the back of his mind, these were the ones which were drawing him back.
Okay. In this scenario, can we say that maybe initially you accept the job that you do get? It may not be the perfect job that you're looking for, and simultaneously keep looking for that perfect job.
Of course, it's a good option, because the thing is, when you are accustomed with something, it will be that at least you have started something and your mind won't be free. The best thing for the youth is never ever keep your mind free. Be busy with good chores, be busy with the work, be busy with your targets as well as with your studies. Along with the job, you can also have your studies, and with this full accomplishment, yes, you will get even more better things. I know a person who has completed his BE, and he came to me that what he thought of the target or the package for the job, he is not getting that. Go with whatsoever you are getting. The job he has got was in a very small city. So he said, okay, I will go with it. He went through it, and I just gave him a suggestion that you can complete your ME too with it. He said, okay. And he was doing ME simultaneously with that. And after a few years, he got a very, very good job, even which he wouldn't have thought of in his dreams.
That's very good. And that was very good advice, doctor, that don't be idle. Don't keep your mind vacant. Be busy constantly. Even though you may not achieve your dream job right away, don't get depressed by it, but continue working toward it.
Yes, even I remember the incidents of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam ji. He has got the interview letters for 2 jobs. One was for the defense and the another for another aspect. The first interview what he has given, he was failed in it, and he was so very depressed. But he had one motivation from his teachers that no, you can go ahead, don't worry about it. And somehow or the other, he was like awakened with it. Okay, I will go with the another one, and in the next interview, he got selected.
So this brings home the message that never give up.
We should never give up. And meditation is the thing which will make us awakened inside, which will give us a kick inside, that we will have an inspiration, and also we will have something that is driving us forward, and we will be looking forward with a very nice aspect.
You know, I was thinking as we were talking that part of the reason why youth is so stressed out about landing the perfect job is they have high dreams, like big dreams. They want to have a big house, a sports car, and eventually, of course, you know, they want to start a family. And what about having these kind of expectations? Like, yes, I have to have, you know, a big house. I have to have that sports car. And a lot of times I've seen this comes because of competition. You know, my friend has that perfect car or that perfect house, so even I need one.
It's very true, and now what we are seeing is majority of the youth is targeted for shortcuts. They find out or they want some shortcut ways due to which they can accomplish this very soon. But I would suggest to the youth that these short period targets, or you can say these shortcuts, would never work so good as is the hard work will. With the hard work, yeah, you will take some time. The more bigger house what you were thinking can't be there, but the small one will give you a good rest, and rather it will give you a good start. From here, if you are satisfied with this aspect and keep working, of course you can achieve the targets sooner or later. But to do the work with shortcut or achieving the dreams what they have thought of in a very short period and utilizing some negative aspects, this will harm their character as well as their personality, and to the long extent they will land up in some depression, or you can say somewhere or the other it happens that they don't find it right now that what they have done is wrong, but later they may have that guilt too.
When you say they may have that guilt, can you please briefly explain about that?
Yeah, of course. Today the youth, they find out some shortcuts too. I remember a person who just thought that if I have to reach, I can't do with my work, I will have some another option. And so he did one thing. He looked for a very big shortcut, and he landed up in a negative aspect. He started, you can say, drugs aspect and all that thing. And this was when he recalled it, or when he found that I'm at a wrong place, that was too late.
It was too late.
Yeah.
But can we say also, yes, maybe it was too late, but again, it's not really too late. I mean, if the person has that determination that, yes, I made a mistake and I want to come out of it. So here again, meditation can help him, right?
Yeah, in these two aspects, first is precaution, where we can take care for the ones who are thinking for shortcuts. They can find out that no, I have to wait a bit, but I will get very good opportunities. And it's very true that waiting or patience will give them a very good result, of course. And second aspect, if somewhere or the other they have landed up in guilt or the negative aspect, you don't have to lose your confidence, because meditation will make you out of it and you will be elevated with it.
Right. Here again, the aspect of acceptance comes big into the picture when it comes to the parents.
Yeah.
Because I remember reading something, and the father and the mother, they're both professionals, and the child feels, the youth feels that he's not up to it.
Yeah.
So he actually openly tells his parents, like, okay, you are professionals, but I'm not able to be one like you. But at that point, the parents encourage him. They say, no, don't limit yourself. And this goes back to the story that you were referring to about the circus.
Yeah.
So this applies to the youth as well, where they should not limit themselves with anything in particular.
It's very true. Parents are the guiding forces. They guide us. But there comes again the another aspect. The youth, they should try to understand their parents. The parents will never think wrong for the youth.
That is very important to understand. Just as our Supreme Father has the best interest for us in his mind, and come what may, he'll never ever do anything, to hurt us. So it's important for the youth out there to understand that our parents always have the best interest in their mind.
And once the youth tries to understand them, he has empathy for it. Empathy is when we step into that foot, or when we step into that footwear, and we come to know that parents, if we try to visualize ourselves in that situation, that if I am a parent and I am guiding my children like this, and if they won't understand me, how would I feel? So here, if youth shows some of maturity with himself, we can see that the generation gap they are facing, or the deviation in thinking. The parents, they are thinking in one side, youth is thinking, no, I won't do this and I would do that. I have one case with me where the parent is a very good settled industrialist. He is the managing director having 3 companies.
Okay.
He wanted his elder son to get settled in a very good manner as he is settled. But the youth was like, his son was, I want to do my studies in Canada.
Okay.
And he went to Canada for studies. Some or the other way he was not successful over there. Some mishappenings occurred there, and he came back in 1 year to India.
Oh.
Again, the father said, it's okay, no problem, we will start with a new aspect. Here again he had his own conceptions. No, I wanted to do this and this only. Here, when I had the counseling part with both of them, firstly I had with the father and then with the son, then we had come to the conclusion the son had wanted to do something on filmmaking.
Okay.
And the father wanted him to do engineering.
Okay.
Here we had that conclusion, or we had that settlement. Okay, filmmaking 3 months course, he will do it. After that he can do it after that he can go for engineering.
That sounds like a very good compromise. So let your son or daughter follow their dreams, and maybe at the same time they could look into other aspects of education as well. Yeah.
And the result or the feedback that I got few months back, the father was very happy, and he said that his son has topped in engineering.
Isn't that a good success story?
Yeah, it's a good successful story, really.
Yeah, that's very nice. This situation, the youth was in particular very lucky, I will say, because he had advice or support from Brahma Kumaris.
Instead of that, I would say that the father was lucky, because the father was in so much of depression due to his son, due to all these mishappenings. His whole family was disturbed. Due to this, the father got encouraged to get joined to Brahma Kumaris, and today the whole family is joined with it.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it's very interesting, because we saw the families that were ruining, the families that were getting deteriorated, who are disturbed. Now with the meditation, they are so very good example for all others, that all others are motivated with it.
Definitely, because just imagine, when the parents meet or when the kids meet each other and they share these stories, and definitely this will come out. I started going to Brahma Kumaris, and that's how we were able to, our family was falling apart, but that's how we are now able to get together. So that itself sounds very, very interesting, and very powerful examples, real life examples.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
And now recently the youth had called me that he had made 2 to 3 films also. Means when he is having free time, when he is having holidays, he is utilizing that thing as his hobby.
I think this is a very good example, because this really shows that the youth can follow their dream if it is different from that of their parents. But at the same time, if they feel that whatever expectations the parents have for them, if they're reasonable, they can follow that as well.
Yeah, very true. So here we get one thing, that with the mutual understanding of both of them, they can definitely have a way out.
Sometimes what happens, sister, is if there is no compromise between parents and the youth, or if there is no understanding between the two, it can happen that the youth may take to unhealthy lifestyle. And that can be very, it can be having a very negative impact on the family as a whole.
Yes. And the incidents what I was narrating to previously, there also the same thing happened, that as there was no mutual understanding before, the son, what did he do? He locked his door from inside, and from the back door he ran away.
Oh no.
For 2 to 3 days, his family were finding him like anything, where he has gone, where is he? They were having no idea. And this son, they are not understanding me, they are not going with what I want to do, so I won't be there.
So this is a very powerful lesson for us, that, please talk to the youth. Talk to your children, because just a simple conversation with them, just make them sit down and talk to them openly like a friend.
Yes, the father was very good or very right on his aspect, that no, whatsoever is what I am thinking for my child or for my son, that would make him a good person later on. But here we should be a little bit flexible too with the son or their daughter, so that they can understand them what they actually want from their life, and a little talk will of course solve all the problems.
So in this example, it tells us that parental pressure can be detrimental to the youth. And if the father, in this situation, who approached Brahma Kumaris? Was it the father or was it the youth?
The father had approached Brahma Kumaris, but of course it's true that parental pressure, and sometimes it's both. You see, today the youth is also creating pressure on parents.
That's very
that if
true.
you don't do like this, I will do this. That was what we were seeing, na?
Right.
So here, somewhere or the other, both were at pressures. A large amount of negative energy was being exchanged between both of them. They were so far that they won't even receive each other's call.
Oh my God.
But firstly, the father and his mother got associated with Brahma Kumaris. They had done the basic Raj Yoga meditation course over here, and they discussed their problem with us. Then we thought of having a counseling session with their son also, and then we had a counseling session with their son. The son then came up with all the aspects which he was not friendly to talk with their parents.
Yes.
But it was like amazing for the parents too, that they were very, very frank with us. They spoke, the child or the son spoke everything what he was thinking and what desires and ambitions he was having. And when we approached the same things, we told the same things to the parents thought that, oh, we were missing something, and now they got enrolled with that situation. And as soon as they understood the situation of the child, they also thought of, no, we can have some mutual understanding.
And they themselves can even go, and if they have friends with kids who have similar problems, they themselves can now go out, like you were talking about in one of our earlier sessions, that of course Brahma Kumaris is always there to help them, but with their experience and what they have gained from Brahma Kumaris, they themselves can go out and talk to other parents. And this way, we will create like a wave where we can help each other out.
Rather, the father, he was so much inspired. He had three companies. He has three companies in a very good city, and he had called us for taking the basic courses, corporate courses what we have for the executives, then for the workers, and also he had made the arrangement, and 2 years back we had the whole Raj Yoga meditation course for the workers and the executive members of the company too.
So this is how it starts. One person gets touched and that person can touch the lives of many. And in this scenario, especially because he has 2 or 3 companies to his credit, he can touch much more lives.
Rather, this was an inspiration for all. So somewhere or the other, from this we find that some mishappening or wrong has been done in our life, but meditation gives us such a motivation, and not only motivation from outside but inspiration from inside, that we can inspire others too. And he changed many people's life, because what feedback I got after the Raj Yoga basic course was done into their company, many of the members or the executives, they came up with their feedback that how their lives were changed too.
Sister, once again, we're short of time, but we will definitely continue this very informative session. And I would like to thank you for being with us.
Yeah, thank you. Om Shanti.
So friends, we have not learned that with 2 powerful examples which Sister gave us today, that it's very important to have an open conversation with your children. And this can open up doors to a lot of goodness, and all this goodness then we can share with others. So we will continue this discussion, and please keep your questions coming, your comments, any concerns that you may have, please keep them coming. And we look forward to seeing you again in our next episode. Thanks for watching us.